Good morning, class. Today we will discuss about natural vegetation and wildlife. In online class, as you know, we had discussed about the trip of Salima, who has gone for summer camp, and where she had observed the variation in natural vegetation and wildlife. So here, the story, as you know, we have discussed already. So after this we will discuss like natural vegetation is what which grows itself without the interference of human beings. This is called the natural vegetation. This natural vegetation can be discussed in various ways, but in the book reference we will discuss that like first is forest, second is grassland, third is shrubs. Forest, we know that different kind of forest we found in our surroundings, and when we see them according to the geographical term, so they are again varies from region to region, area wise. Then grassland is that they grow in the region in the moderate rainfall, means high rainfall is not required, and in the low rainfall they are not uh, grow. Or then shrubs means in the lack of particular rainfall in a dry region shrubs are found. So here we proceed to the main topic of the chapter which we are going to discuss, that is forest. Simply we can divide the forest into three categories, that is tropical, deciduous and coniferous. But because in last year we had discussed all them, but today in 7th class we will discuss them on the basis of area and the temperature. As we know, if you remember, in the process of earth, that is revolution and rotation, we discussed many things over there. When we take the example of the sun rays, we know that like suppose this is our earth, and on equator generally the rays of sun fall vertical. When we move from equator to polar region, so what we see that the rays are slant, means the sunlight or the temperature is decreasing. When we are on equator, it is vertical and it is all the time same. So when we proceed to from equator to polar region, it decline or decreases. And so here when we categorize the forest into different categories, so firstly we will discuss that is tropical evergreen forest. Remember last year only we read about evergreen forest, but when another word that is tropical is added here, we must know what is tropical. So if you remember last year I told about that there is one line which divides the earth temperature wise into two halves, that is north and south. But when we are talking about India, so India is very much near to the equator. So in the south part we feel sometime the tropical kind of temperature or tropical kind of climate, but above Tropic of Cancer, which divides our country into two parts, and the above portion of India, that is from Tropic of Cancer, that is the above one. This area is called subtropical. So India is having two kind of climate, that is subtropical and tropical. So tropical, when we are going to discuss in the reference of India, though we are discussing, but simultaneously we will discuss about the world evergreen forest also. So these forests, we are going to discuss the characteristics of these forests. The characteristics of these forests are, these forests also called tropical rain forest. Tropical, now you understand, the forests which are very much near to equator. The tropical rain forest, these thick forests occur in the region near the equator and close to the tropics. As I told you, the reason, the area which is near to equator, you can again understand by the diagram, the reason, the area which is near to equator, those country like for example Indonesia islands, then Gulf of Mannar and other you can say wildlife sanctuaries, national park in India, they are covered with such kind of greenery, also called evergreen forest. So these regions are receive heavy rainfall. Why? Throughout the year, the reason we discussed, as there is no particular dry season, because all the time they get the rainfall, and these trees don't shed their leaves. Obviously it happens when you see in the monsoon period, when rainfall continuous take place, they don't get dry and all time they remain green. Greenery is everywhere during the period of rainfall. So that's why, because these regions always get rainfall, so they don't get a time to be dried or to shed their leaves. Then this is the reason they are called evergreen. So the definition or the meaning of tropical evergreen, hope you understood well. Tropical, when they are near to equator. Evergreen, they get the rainfall throughout the year. So this is the main definition of this forest. So what happens when such kind of condition prevails over the region? Because they the thick canopy you can understand when we see the land from high area or from satellite pictures, or you can say from any you can say aeroplane or some like when we are in particular flight. So we see that the land whatever the picture we look, it is called the canopy. Canopy in, if I say in Hindi, कि लाइक जैसे कोई हमें बहुत ग्रीनरी या मतलब ये जो फॉरेस्ट है, अगर आपने सैटेलाइट को के थ्रू इन पिक्चर्स को देखा हो तो अमेजन के जो फॉरेस्ट हैं तो ये कैसे दिखते हैं, ग्रीन, एक ग्रीन बेड की जैसे दिखाई देंगे, मतलब वी कैन नॉट सी द लैंड, सो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड द कैनोपी, यानी कि पूरा एक मतलब एक ग्रीन लेयर जैसे दिखाई देती है. सो क्लोजली स्पेस्ड ट्रीज डू नॉट अलाउ सनलाइट टू पेनिट्रेट. द मीनिंग इज गेटिंग हियर क्लियर. लाइक कैसे हो जाता है कि दे आर वेरी मच थिक, द सनलाइट कैन नॉट पेनिट्रेट द फॉरेस्ट, मतलब धूप भी ज़मीन तक पहुंच नहीं पाती है. दे आर वेरी वेरी डेंस्ड फॉरेस्ट. सो इनसाइड द फॉरेस्ट इवन द डे टाइम, ठीक है, रात की तो हम बात ही क्या करेंगे, बट डे टाइम में क्या होता है, सन कैन नॉट पेनिट्रेट द फॉरेस्ट. हार्डवुड ट्रीज लाइक रोजवुड, ebony, mahogany are common here. The example already in 6th class we had discussed. So these are the example of evergreen forest, that is rosewood, ebony, mahogany and are common here. So this was all about the evergreen forest. So today till here we discuss only. On the next term we will discuss another 2 forests. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.